Hello everybody and welcome to this instruction video. In this video we'll be joining grannies. We've got whole stacks and stacks of grannies at this point and we're going to be joining them. To do so you need your pattern, which is this pattern, the Scheepjes Crochet ALong pattern for week 11, joining squares. It's a pattern by Wink and you can download it from her website, A Creative Being. In this video I'm going to show you joining method 1, that's this one, with the stitch on top of the grannies. In a separate video I'll also be showing you method 2 with the zigzags between the grannies. So I'll be doing method 1 in this video. Your yarn you need for these joining of your grannies, if you have pack 1, which is this series, color series, you need cotton 8 yarn from Scheepjes and then color number 726, beautiful purple color. And if you have pack 2, which are these color series of grannies, you need this beautiful red yarn, deep Bordeaux red, and that is color 717, also from Scheepjes Cotton 8. I'll be using pack 2, so these ones to join the grannies. A lot of success on making your beautiful blanket, and let's get started. So for joining method 1, I've got a yarn on my hook and we're going to start by putting the grannies down correctly. We want them facing the right side to you and the wrong side on the inside of the granny. So this is the right side, this is the back side, and this is of course also the right side, and I'm turning this around so the wrong side and the wrong side of two grannies are facing each other, like so. Make sure that you really have the right and the wrong side the right way around. I hope I don't get confused saying all of this, because there's nothing so bad as having your blanket all done and then noticing that you've got a granny somewhere the wrong way around. That's really frustrating. But okay, you're starting like so, having two grannies on top of one another. Got a hook, yarn on my hook, and I start by entering into the corner of the first one and the corner of the second one. Take them together and make a single crochet, like so. Then what we're then going to be doing is, I'm just quickly going to take this out, is if I put my grannies like this, I hope you can see this, you have here in essence 4 rows, 4 loops in a row, like so. We're going to be working with the center 2 loops, with these 2 loops from each stitch. So that means the back loop from this granny, and because this granny is of course the other way around, it's also the back loop from this granny. So from each stitch we don't take the entire stitch, like so, but only one loop of each stitch. So it's one loop here and one loop here. So the center 2 loops, like so. So I'm picking up my yarn again. We're going to be making single crochets on those loops. So I pick up the first one and also the second one, like so, and make a single crochet, like so, and again, and a single crochet. And you continue like this all the way over the granny. I don't have, on this pattern, I don't have any chain stitches, but in the next granny that I'll be showing you, I'll make sure that I have a few chain stitches that I can show you what to do when you reach a chain, because certain of our grannies have chain stitches on the edges. So continue like this all the way, right to the other side, then I'll show you what to do when you reach the corner. Okay, so I've just done all these stitches. You can really see a lovely edge resulting here from this first loop of each of these double crochets on this next to the red double crochet that's joining the grannies together. We've just reached the corner and I want to add and connect these 2 grannies to these first 2. So I'm going to start by placing this one wrong side up, like so, and this one on top of it. So I've got the right sides on the outside. So it's this is the right side and this is the right side, like so. And we're going to join them together. So I've still got one more stitch here to do. So I pick up that loop and this loop, make a single crochet, so, and then I'm into the corners of both, so go through the corner and make a double crochet, or sorry, a single crochet in the corner, like so. And then take the next two, and here also go through both corners, like so, and make a single crochet, like so. And now you can continue the way you were from the first part of these two grannies by picking up the loops from each stitch, like so, and making a single crochet. Now here we've just hit a chain one. Now do not go through the chain one space like this. Rather go into the stitch and pick up half, so in essence half of the chain one space, just like you're here, picking up half a double crochet stitch and make a chain one, a single crochet. So this way the chain one follows the same pattern as the rest of the granny. So again, here is a chain one space, so pick up only one of the loops and pick up a loop on the other side, like so. Because by doing so you still maintain this little edge that you have here with all of these stitches from the first loops of the single and of the double crochets when you're with your single crochets on top of it. So continue like this all the way to the edge, and I'll show you how to finish this row when you get to the end. So I've just done a whole row of single crochets again, connecting the red and the green granny to one another, reaching the corner, and say this is the end of the row. I'm just going to make those last two single crochet stitches, like so, those last two loops, and then go through the corner of both grannies, like so, and then you're done. You can cut off the yarn and pull through, like so. And when you've done all of this in one direction, you of course want to start working on the other direction. And this, especially if you have a big blanket, can be quite troublesome, so maybe have somebody help you. So change your direction, and again put the two grannies with the back sides on top of each other and swap directions, like so. And now you're going to do exactly the same as what you've done up till now. Just find the beginning of my yarn here, make a loop, get it onto your hook, and we're going to start here as well in the corner, so going through both corners, chain two space and connect, and then again pick up back loop from the one and that back loop from the other, like so, and make a single crochet, and again on the next stitch, like so. Here there's a chain one space, so I'm only going to pick up one loop from that space and make a single crochet. I'm going to go like this all the way to the center, and here where we get this this crossover, I'd like to show you what to do there. Okay, so what we've done up till now is make this entire row of single crochets, and we've now reached this corner cross point here, and this is always a little tricky if you're doing this for the first time, but just stay with the pattern. So I've got one last stitch here to do with this one loop on one side and one loop on the other side, so make sure that you pick up those loops correctly. There we go. And make that last single crochet. And I haven't done that properly. You see there's still one little thread that's going its own way. And I want the entire thread. There we go. Yes. And a single crochet. And now you're going to go through the corner of both grannies. So this is that corner. Make sure you can go through them and make a single crochet like so. Chain one, and now you can go to the other side and also go through the corner of this granny and through the corner of that granny like so, and make a single crochet. And now you've crossed over, and here you can continue in exactly the same way again with a single crochet by picking up the back loop from the first stitch and the back loop from that granny, and again make single crochets all the way to the end. And when we're done, I'd like to show you what it looks like. So when you've come to the end of a row, you can end in exactly the same way as before, just making these last two single crochets on those inner loops, and a single crochet through both corners like so, cut off and pull through, and then you're done, and this is what it looks like. I really like how this join lies on top of the grannies, and because you only have done half the stitch with making the loops, you get a beautiful straight edge next to the join. You can really see here running beautifully, and the crossover is also very neat and tidy with that one single stitch just to go from one edge to the next. So looking at what it looks like at the back, you can see very nicely all these little stitches, all very evenly distributed and well done. And don't worry about this edge, you'll be able to work this away when you're doing your border. That's it for now. Continue like this with all the rest of your grannies, and do take time and effort to do this properly, because your final blanket will look all the better if you've done these properly. And this does take a lot of effort, I know, but stick with it. The last things to do are always the hardest. And I'll see you for the last video, which is to make a border around your lovely blanket.